This is Abnormal Entertainment.
There is nothing like watching a movie on the big screen, and with MoviePass, you can see unlimited movies every month from Abnormal Entertainment. Head to abnormalentertainment.com and click on the MoviePass banner to get your first month free. And after that, it's only $30 a month to see unlimited movies, even on opening day. Go as many times as you want. Have a blast with MoviePass and abnormalentertainment.com.
Maskerpiece Theater's here, and I'm going to introduce everybody by playing a game of what we call Masked Libs. These are a lot of fun for us. I don't know if they're that much fun for the listeners, but...
Is this the secret special book that you
I got a secret...
picture of?
Yeah, I just got a secret special book. We were going to do it on Kayfabe with Frankie G, but there was only a couple of us on there, and it just doesn't work as well. But, no Minnie Mandy, if we can get a noun from you...
Just Joe. Because I'm using that as his name, and it's carrying over from Frankie G.
Frankie G, verb.
Right. Totaled.
You're an asshole.
Is that a verb or is that a...
It goes both ways.
It is
I'm just going to put it on there.
It is a thing, but it's also kind of an adjective.
All right, how about an adverb from Handsome J?
Adverb. All right, let's see. Ceremoniously? Is that an adverb?
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
Sure.
Okay.
We're not asked that very often. Adverbs.
It's stuff that ends in ly for the most part.
Yeah.
That's how I remember.
Something
adverbs.
describing an action.
Right.
So.
Yeah. How about an adjective for Minnie Mandy?
Slimy.
And an adjective from Frankie G.
Crooked.
Plural noun from Handsome J.
Doppelgangers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
Go with the long words tonight, apparently.
Right? And Minnie Mandy, a place.
Hell. Because that's what I feel like we're at right now.
It is hot enough.
120 fucking degrees.
Because that's where we're emanating from.
Even in the coldest
I
room,
thought
it's
about
still
it,
warm
but
because of how
that's-
fucking
Right.
hot it is
I know.
That was
outside.
my thought. I was like,
I'm
I was
still
gonna say
warm.
it, but
Yeah.
it is
He says in long
outside.
sleeves.
I've got a short sleeve shirt on, and I'm just like, ugh.
It's baby
warm.
powder season.
Yeah.
I walk around with a little bottle of baby powder.
For sure. How about a noun, Frankie G?
Baby powder.
Baby powder. I kind of
Appropriate.
so appropriate. I'm like, I'm
There
so
you
glad
go.
you got a noun. Handsome J, part of the body, plural.
Part of a body, plural. Well, let's go with boobies. I like boobies.
You and me both, brother.
Yes,
Yep.
sir. I'll raise a glass to boobies.
They get in the
Adverb,
way.
Minnie Mandy.
Adverb. Quickly.
Frankie G, plural noun.
Roosters.
Nice.
Handsome J, part of the body, plural again.
Part of the body, plural again. All right. Let's go with toes.
Okay. When I heard the T and I'm like, oh, is he going to say titties?
Somebody's toes up.
Toes up. Oh. So the next one says, your name. So Minnie Mandy, I guess that's what we're putting in there.
Uh-oh.
Your
I
name.
like where this is going.
I don't. I suddenly don't like this.
All of our listeners with a foot fetish just got excited.
Right.
Gross.
Frankie G, noun.
Belt buckle.
I have a very nice one that the Blogster gave me.
It was
for
pretty
Dean
awesome.
Ambrose. Makes me really happy.
saw that, yeah.
This one says same noun,
Okay.
so we're just going to put that.
Double down on it.
We're going to double down on that one, so we won't do that for you, handsome Jay. Instead, we'll ask you for an adjective.
Adjective. All right, let's see. Let's go with tasty.
See, I'm scared because toes came
Mini
up
Mandy's
earlier.
tasty toes.
Yummy. How about an adjective, Mini Mandy?
All of a sudden, our listeners pressed pause and ran to the bathroom.
Right.
Right?
Our listeners do it in public.
It's like the homeless people on Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So D beats them up.
Shady.
You could use some shade.
It's still hot.
Yeah,
It is
Still hot.
It was like 88 degrees last night at like 8 o'clock at night, and I was
Right.
like, just
got up this
this
morning
is-
to go to work at 5 o'clock. My car thermometer said 85.
it's
Right.
disgusting.
Horrible. Noun, Frankie G.
Bike.
85 should be like the high point of the day.
Blogster, nothing?
Right?
Bike? Bikes!
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I was just thinking that's probably what I'm going to have to fucking ride to work.
We'll put a motor on it.
Have to get you one of those
Just 5
umbrella
cents a
hats.
day, you can help Blogster get to
Help,
work.
help Blogster get to work. And handsome J, verb.
Verb. All right. Well, bicycling.
I have a feeling those are going to work well.
Hopefully.
This one is called I Want to Be a WWE Superstar.
Right.
Hello.
When I grow up, I want to be a WWE Just Joe. I know I can totaled off the ropes like Kofi Kingston and talk ceremoniously into the microphone like John Cena. I could see it now, the slimy lights, the crooked fans, the wild doppelgangers.
This is working very well.
So far.
When I enter hell to my theme song, Here Comes the Baby Powder. The crowd will get up on their boobies and cheer quickly. I will wear a brightly colored mask and spandex pants with roosters sewn on to put fear into the toes of my opponents. They'll call me Mini Mandy, the belt buckle thief. Because every time I win a match, I steal my opponent's belt buckle. Isn't that a tasty idea? And I'll be so strong, fast, and shady that I'll beat any bike, anytime. I'm so excited I can hardly bicycling. Of course, I'll have to wait until I finish 5th grade.
It's funny.
That worked
I
out
like how
really
I'm
well.
stealing
That worked
people's
out-
belt buckles.
Right. That worked
Yes.
out that was pretty fun. So, yeah, I couldn't resist it. So when I hosted Bank on Action, I thought, man, it'd be kind of fun to play Mad Libs with a WWE one. So I saw it at Barnes & Noble. I'm like, I'm going to pick that up next time. For some reason, I just didn't want to, I don't know, pick it up and go pay for it. I don't know. So I go back and I'm like, oh, it's not there
That's when
anymore.
you steal it.
Right? But I didn't do that either. So I'm like, I went back and I'm like, oh, it's not there anymore. Well, guess not. I'll play it. We'll do it some other time. Fast forward about 4 or 5 years. Like,
Still
we
podcasting.
we should still play Mad Libs. So I grabbed that huge book of Mad Libs. But it always kind of stuck me. I'm like, I got to find that WWE one again. This is a different one. A little bit newer
naturally.
one.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
Years.
but I'm looking, I'm like, get this, I'm going on Amazon. Find everything there. $2. Let's do this.
Nice. Nice.
Sold.
44. So, pretty
Want
good.
That prime delivery.
Yep.
Damn straight.
Send that tomorrow.
Thank you.
We're not send it tonight. Arrive tomorrow.
Also, thank you, Amazon Prime, for making me not the world's worst daughter and delivering next day at no cost so my dad can have Father's Day gifts.
Oh, there you go.
I forgot.
I
Still
am.
doesn't reflect well upon you.
That's okay. He
Right.
got those gifts on time. He had no
Yeah,
I
idea.
rely on Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Still, man, it arrived on time. And he is thrilled about them, so it's
Well,
great.
that's good.
I am really enjoying Amazon Prime's their video service.
Yeah.
I'm surprised by how much is on there.
Yeah.
There's a
That
lot.
I'm like, huh. Like, it's not like Netflix quality, right? So I'm not saying
Yeah.
replace Netflix with it. But I'm like, hey, Moonlight's on there. That's cool. Swiss Army Man's on there.
So good. So
I still
weird.
need to watch it.
So weird. So
yeah,
good, though.
Yeah, I like weird. So, and then I watched a really good documentary called Future Shock, the story of 2000 AD.
The movie?
No, not the movie, the comic book company.
Oh, okay.
The folks that created Judge Dredd and a bunch of other really fun adult-style books.
Nice.
And comic strips. And I was like, man, this... You watch it, you're like, oh my God, I want to be in comic books so bad. It's because it's just really cool what these guys did, changing... They did a lot to change the industry. They had some tough times, though, because in changing it, they weren't really treating their people really well. So guys like Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons and these, like, the who's who of British creators from the 80s, they all were cutting their teeth at 2000 AD.
Oh,
like,
nice.
Well, we get no credit for anything here. All right. Go across the pond, DC Vertigo, work on Watchmen, V for Vendetta.
V for Vendetta, yeah.
Swamp Thing, like all these really great things. It was really cool to see how that kind of transpired and worked out. So
nice.
If you got Amazon Prime or you just know how to find that video, I recommend it. It's good. But man, really opens your eyes to where, like, man,
actually,
these poor guys.
I saw that on the movie poster. It's good. Mass Blogster.
Yeah, it's good. Mass Blogster. Yeah, I'm waiting for that to happen.
Positive reviews?
At least Maskerpiece Theater. Pretty cool. Maskerpiece, ... Maskerpiece Theater.
Right.
I mean, I made it through it, Handsome J.
That will not be me with Transformers. I'm going to be so fucked up when I see that movie.
Yeah.
Speaking
just
of...
a bucket of Dos Equis.
Right.
You're going to need more than
And a
that.
shirt that's cut at right below the shoulder.
Right.
Does Bumblebee leave his life at a quarter mile at a time?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't understand anyone who goes to see that movie sober, knowing how bad this movie is
they're
going to
5
be.
years old and just
Or they're
like
taking
robots.
their 5-year-old, and you don't want to drive a kid around drunk.
Well, you can take an Uber with your kid. There's no restrictions on that.
There's true on that. But you know what? But that's...
I want to see Transformers. Hang on.
Hold
Let
on.
me get my Uber out.
Here, you're in charge of ordering the Uber. I got 2 flasks full of whiskey.
Just remember,
go do
Uber
this.
XL, son. Uber XL.
Because I saw the first one sober, and I was like, okay. I see why people like it. I hope that everybody understands why I don't.
It's a live-action Transformers movie.
Yeah.
It was
I
the
like,
first one.
Yeah, there you go. But I was just like, I guess I just have a fonder memory from when I was a kid. Guess,
Of course.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just nostalgia. It just didn't quite fit what I was wanting. Fine.
I like the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I watch it again, I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah.
The second one, I was toe up the first time I saw it. Midnight showing, saw it with Mazer and Liger and a big group. So the majority of the group held seats for us at Tempe Marketplace. And we are drinking a ton. A lot. Enough to where Mazer's ordering Newports. I'm like, what are you saying? You can't smoke in the freaking bar. Like, yeah, there's in a little brown bottle, Newports. Like, dude, are you saying Newcastle? He's like, yeah, Newcastle. I'm like, okay, yeah, a bunch of Newcastles. Bring them over. We're going to drink them, and then we're going to go watch. I got done with that movie. I was like, this is the best movie. I'm like, I couldn't get the day off at work, so I just probably still toe up going into work. Like, oh my God, that was the best movie, you guys. You have to see Transformers 2. Fast forward to when it comes out on Blu-ray. Sit down with Mrs. Blogster and the kid, and we're just like, this doesn't look like the same movie.
Yeah.
I don't remember this being so bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was really bad.
It was such a departure from the first story, too. It was just
Yeah.
across the board bad.
Right. And then I saw the third one on Netflix one day after so many people said, you have to watch this.
Why did they say that to you?
Oh, because they love it. They
They're
love these movies.
wrong.
And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll watch it one of these
Grimlock
days.
was in it.
No, I don't care.
It's bad.
And then so it was on Netflix. I'm like, oh, perfect. And it was just some morning I was off, and I'm like, okay. What the hell are you guys talking about?
Yep.
What are you talking about? This is not good at all. Like, top to bottom, this is just not a good movie.
I would have told you not to watch
Oh,
it.
I know you would have, but I was just going off of people I was hanging out with a lot at the time. We worked together and everything like that. And I'm like, huh.
We're no longer in
Hey.
Whoa.
Hey,
guy.
Jesse's here.
When did this guy get here?
Yeah, I don't know. Like the whole franchise started off okay. I enjoyed the first one; it was entertaining, and then
It's good enough.
2,
Yeah.
3, and 4 were just
I didn't.
abysmal.
4, I decided, you're not getting me this
I
time.
want to know who was sitting there and was like, okay, guys, how are we going to save this franchise? I got it.
Marky
Nazis.
Mark.
Right?
But wait, do you
worked
think
for
that'll
Kung
be
Fury.
enough? All right, well, let's add Merlin in the Knights of the Round Table.
Right.
I love it.
Is that enough, Sir Anthony Hopkins?
How about we make Excalibur, the size of a skyscraper?
Well, it literally reminds me of the video you showed me for Key and Peele for Gremlins 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you're just going around the table and everyone's just throwing out a random idea, and that's how they made this fucking movie.
You mean-
Lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like it.
Right? They
Yeah.
played Mask Lives. You mean to tell me that you want a Excalibur to be as tall as the Sears Tower, and you're going to have Optimus Prime swinging it around like a motherfucker? Hell yes, it's in the movie.
Not only is it in the movie, but it is definitely in the movie.
Wait,
I swear,
Wait,
if
you wanna go
Mini
back to-
Mandy's in the background stealing people's belt buckles?
I want my royalty check.
oh
Best
man.
believe it. You know Sir Anthony Hopkins is in that for the paycheck.
Oh, definitely.
And you know he is getting paid. I
Right,
would
that's
do
why
it
Mark
if I
Wahlberg's in
paid.
it. That's why Patrick Dempsey was in it.
Yep.
Like, I don't think he's in this one. He was in the last one, but
Yeah.
these guys aren't doing it because
I'll
this is
take your
great
word for it.
movies. Like, this is
Yeah.
money.
And guess what? It's going to make a shitload of money too. People are going to go see it in droves.
They're not going to make Wonder Woman money, but they're going to make money.
Drugs, but I might
ridiculously.
do drugs before I see that.
Right?
I will be drunk when I see this. I will Uber to the theater. I will Uber back. I have learned my lesson. I'm not going to be reviewing this movie. I will just go, get shitty,
Get it out of the way.
and just enjoy the fuck out of this movie drunk out of my mind.
You should pod short it on the way back in the Uber. As long as it lasts as long as it
You
takes
mean
for
his
him to get
public
me home.
apology for slamming it prior to viewing?
Oh my god, this movie was so great.
Optimus Prime punched
Yeah.
Hitler in the face.
Yeah.
Some Jay's mea culpa.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Look, at the time this podcast goes up, the movie was released on a Tuesday, like 2 hours after the embargo lifted. That's insanity. Like, that's
Yeah.
insanity.
It's
Like,
historic. Transformers last night was historic.
yeah. Like, this movie's just gonna be bad. I don't care what anyone says, but yeah. What's not gonna be bad, well, actually, what wasn't bad, that Black Panther trailer.
Man.
Really good.
We didn't talk about that because
No,
we
we
recorded the
couldn't. Yeah.
last 2 weeks before
Before
that
it came
trailer
out.
dropped.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, God damn it, we got to start recording this stuff
I've watched
on a
that
Thursday
trailer
night, apparently.
so many times.
That trailer was fire. I don't
Yeah.
care what anybody says. That was fire.
Right.
Little CGI at the end with the car, but I don't care.
Yeah,
fine.
who cares?
Doesn't come out till next year, whatever.
Yeah, they'll clean it up.
Yep.
They'll clean it up. It's going to look good.
Yep.
Playing Run the Jewels at the end of it. I'm in.
Yep.
100% in.
Run the Jewels has had a big year because they have they were the main track for Edgar Wright's movie Baby Driver.
Oh, okay.
So when you pull up the soundtrack,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the first track that you can
Nice.
listen to before the actual album drops.
Very
It's
cool.
called Chase Me. They kill it.
Yeah.
It's Run the Jewels, it's Big Boy, and it's he's a really great producer, Danger Mouse.
Oh, wow.
They kill it. This
Man.
song is fantastic.
I can't wait for Baby Driver.
I'm excited.
It
Very
looks
excited.
so good.
It's going to be great.
It's just
Yeah.
going to
Could
be
be
a
like
fun
that's-
movie.
That's going to be one of the surprises of the summer.
I
I think that people are going
believe
to be
so.
like, wow, this is good for them. They made a lot of money.
I thought it was. I'm not even exaggerating. I thought it was something along the lines of Baby Boss. When I
Same
first
here.
heard.
Yeah.
Same here. So I'm like,
Yeah.
And then I'm
Hell?
Wonder Woman, waiting for Wonder Woman, and I'm watching the trailer. I'm like, this is not what I expected.
Right.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Edgar Wright's behind it. Man,
Yep.
Yeah.
that and Atomic Blonde. are the
Atomic
movies
Blonde.
That
Yeah.
I'm
That's
looking
getting
forward
a
to
lot
the most. I mean,
Yep.
outside of
It's getting a lot of ink.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of Spider-Man: Homecoming, of course.
Right.
And that's my next big movie I need to see. But
That is the big blockbuster to finish the summer.
right, because nothing else. I mean, there's stuff I don't mind
There's
seeing.
stuff there's
It's stuff coming out,
to see,
but like Spider-Man's a need to see.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know, the closer we get to it, though, the less and less enthusiastic I'm getting about it. And I don't know what's causing that.
Because
You've
our
been
heart
tricked a
haven't
few
broken.
times.
Because you've
But
been watching the
previous-
same trailer for months.
Right.
Because
Like,
we've
and this
seen
movie
the
just
other
arrived
Spider-Man
in theaters.
movies.
Yeah.
Constant criticism about how this is an Iron Man movie and not a Spider-Man movie. It's starting to really weigh on me, and I'm getting really upset and really worried.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's not going to be like an origin story, so like it's going to be him trying to get in the Avengers. Like I think that's going to
Yeah,
be
that's
the main thing,
good.
and it might give that feel, but it's a matter of I think what you
Want
focus
an
on.
Avengers movie.
Well, not all the Avengers are going to be
I want a
involved.
Spider-Man movie.
I think this is going to be a Spider-Man movie. I personally believe the first bit, which is probably the majority of the trailer, is going to be like the opening, and then he loses the suit, like it says in the trailer,
Yeah.
and he wears that made-up suit to
Yeah.
finish the movie before he gets his new suit again.
Right.
I think that's, but I think the bulk, I think the first act of the film will probably be them recapping how Tony met him, because they show him in Avengers Tower when the ship
Right.
takes
They're
off,
using
stuff
all
like
of
that.
footage as a selling point to get people into the theater, and that's not the bulk of the movie, because they're certainly making it seem like Stark's and everything.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
well, even the posters too. Like it's like, God damn, that guy's face is front and center.
I feel like a big part of it too, though, like it feels like it's more Tony Stark and Iron Man because there's also all this side advertisement that's not actually trailers, but it involves both Spider-Man and Iron Man. Like,
Yeah.
and then there's Spider-Man and Captain America. Like, it kind of like throws you off because you then get this feeling of like, yeah, they're all in it, and it's like, oh, that wasn't even related to the movie. They just made a funny video to put online.
Yeah.
So there was another fun video that was put on. I don't know if you all saw
The
it,
NBA
but
one?
The NBA one,
Yes.
where Peter is invited to Tony
The
Stark's
game.
party.
Yeah.
And Tony's at the game.
Yeah, Tony's at the game.
But he's got to first pick up crackers for Tim Duncan.
Yeah,
Which
Plain.
is great.
plain crackers for Tim Duncan. That's what he likes.
That was fun.
You got my change?
What? I love how much Jon Favreau committed to that
Man.
little
Yeah,
short.
Yeah.
Right.
Like all three of them,
He
just did
probably
such a
directed
great
it.
job for this tiny little
Yeah.
what was it like
Yeah.
4 minutes?
Yeah, if that.
Yeah, so good.
It was like a long commercial
Yeah,
for the
Yeah.
NBA.
Yeah.
super fun.
Yep, I enjoyed that a
I
lot.
watched that longer than I watched the NBA Finals.
I didn't even watch the NBA Finals.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, I saw stuff on Twitter.
And now the Bulls did not
Yes.
win.
Yeah,
Good-
that's-
Michael Jordan's MVP.
Don't worry about it.
And that's
wait.
the reason that what's-his-face went back to Korea.
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis
Yeah.
Rodman went back to Korea to celebrate the Bulls' victory,
Bulls' victory.
one more time.
It's like, you know what? I'm going back to the 90s with Jesse.
I know a lot of people go to Disneyland. I'm going to North Korea.
I'm going to North Korea.
Twice,
yeah.
Twice. That
It's
guy.
huge in North Korea.
Literally.
Literally. They're malnourished over there.
Speaking of Avengers, did you guys see the article Scarlett Johansson said in Infinity War there is a scene where there are 32 Marvel superheroes on screen at one time?
I'm on
is
board with
insane.
that.
Me too.
I'm so on board.
You know you're gonna like
32.
pause it and be like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, there's that person and that person and
I'd say
that person
I'd say
and
take my
that
money,
person."
but apparently I have none.
Right.
Apparently I have absolutely none. So
I'll just give you my next born child.
yeah,
There's not even 32 people listed on the IMDb for this movie.
right.
Right?
There's not. It's like 20.
They're
It's
just
like
gonna be
24.
CG'd and we're just going to recognize them off the comics. That's pretty much far.
Right.
We're not going to get any backstory on any of the ones we
How close
want.
are we to having 32 that we've seen on screen? We've got to be
We've got to be getting close because
at least 2/3 of the way there.
I mean, you're at all the
Yeah.
Avengers.
right now?
Well, you're at
the
all
amount of
there's-
movies.
all
The
the
amount of movies I
Guardians.
think is 15 or
Guardians and the
16.
Avengers are, that's freaking 9.
That's at least
right there.
yeah.
Right.
Strange.
For some reason, they have M'Baku listed on IMDb. Who? M'Baku, the villain for Black Panther.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he's listed, and I was like, why would M'Baku be listed for event? And I was like, maybe because it's
Maybe.
Wakanda.
right.
But
Wakanda's
I was
there,
like,
yeah.
that's weird. But all cast is 34.
Okay.
But some of these aren't confirmed. So it's 34 people listed, but some of
Right.
these are rumored. Like Peter Dinklage is rumored. But they're not saying who. They don't
It's
say.
a small role.
Yeah.
Well done. But they do have Brie Larson listed for Captain America, or for Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
was like a good
So-
right there.
Yeah, he laid.
And then they also list Vin Diesel for Groot's voice, but he's not going to be in it. It's just his voice.
But that is a hero that's in
He's a
it.
hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maria Hill's not confirmed. She's rumored.
I'd count her.
So
You think they're gonna add Jessica Jones or Daredevil from the TV series?
No.
they're saying no.
No.
Saying no,
Also
but I wish
rumored
they
is
would.
Nick Fury and Valkyrie. They're saying Yondu's rumored. I don't know how he would be.
Flashback.
Flashback, okay.
Flashback.
Oh, well, they do have the time stone, so they could.
Yeah.
Yeah, but from what James Gunn is saying, he is not coming back. It's going to be flashback.
Flashback stuff.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, everybody else, Wong is going to be back, the Falcon, Rocket Raccoon, the Collector, Vision, the Hulk, obviously, Ant-Man, Hawkeye. Like, all of the main players are coming back, but that's less than 30.
Right.
And they're like,
So who else could we see being in it?
they list Thanos on there, too, so.
Yeah, but he's not a hero.
No.
But she's saying 32 heroes, correct? Or was it 32
She said 32
Marvel characters?
Marvel characters.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I'm guessing Loki's going to be in there somewhere.
Loki.
yeah.
Odin's gonna be in
He's listed on here. He's listed on the IMDb
Come on,
page.
Deadpool. Come on, Deadpool.
Right?
Just
I
pop
feel
in.
like that's going to happen.
He'll do a cameo, just like he'll do a cameo, just like just pop in like out of nowhere for one scene and then leave.
It would be really funny if he did one of those things where he like hops across like stories, like kind of in the comics where he just shows up and like talks to the audience like, fuck this, and just bails.
Oh, he ain't going to be dropping any F-bombs.
Well, no,
Yeah.
but
Avengers.
still.
He'll make a
Just
joke
something
that,
like-
I'm
yeah.
back to T rating now, and
I
then
wasn't
leave.
my exact quote
Yeah.
he was going to be using. I'm just saying a general statement.
So,
But-
forgetting the name, it's not the Dark Order, but Thanos' wraiths that he has. The four, like, can't remember the guy's name that has like the skeleton face and the
So
spear,
the
like,
one- didn't
forgetting their names, and it's driving me nuts.
Ronan kill him in Guardians 1?
No. That
Or am I
was
thinking
that
of
was a
someone
different
else?
guy. That was a guy from the alien race.
The Chitauri.
The Chitaris.
Okay.
This is like Thanos has like 4 generals,
Okay.
and I'm blanking on their names. And I think they're called like the Black Order or something like that. You have to forgive me. I did not do my research before this, but
Sure.
like they spotted something that looked like it could have been one of the guys from the movie doing production design, like green screening, because the dude's like really tall, and they had
Okay.
a guy on green screen that had a hat on that had a really tall point at the top.
Okay.
So like that would be where the head would be, and then he had the same like spear sitar thing that character has.
That could be then.
And so they were like, "Oh my God, is that one of the guys from the Black Order, or whatever they're called?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck yes, please,
Yeah.
please do that."
Well, I mean, they have to have some of Thanos' people. It can't just be Thanos. Like,
Right,
Right.
because
So that
he'd
would make
send his.
sense.
You'd think he'd send his generals out.
Well, you said the collector's listed too, right?
Yep.
So
Maybe
Howard
the
the
group-
Duck will be fighting Thanos.
Right.
If Howard the Duck shows up on Earth with Rocket Raccoon, that would slay me. I would love that.
Oh,
it
man.
has to happen.
And you know who else they got is Cosmo.
Cosmo could be there.
Yeah.
Also, the new Guardians at the end of
Yep.
Guardians of the Galaxy
Yep, the
2
new
could
Guardians.
be that.
Grandmaster.
Are we saying new
Oh,
Guardians
yeah.
or old Guardians?
Grandmaster could be on there.
Well, the old Guardians are going to be in there because they have all of them listed.
No, I know, but I'm saying, are we calling those older people
In
the
the
new
cinematic
Guardians?
universe.
Oh, and the cinematic, yeah.
Yeah.
The cinematic new Guardians, yeah.
Yeah,
But they're really the old Guardians.
Yeah, they're the originals.
Just saying.
the Black Order, that's what they're called.
Yeah.
Corvus Glaive, that was the guy's name I was thinking of.
Okay.
And then you have
I'm
Proxima
not as familiar
Midnight.
Right on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, I
Black
am not as
Dwarf
familiar
and
with
Ebony Maw.
the cosmic portion of Marvel.
Yeah, there was a really good story they did with Thane, who is Thanos' son,
Okay.
and they're all involved. It's really good. It's
That's
really
cool.
good.
I know the odds are super low. But is there a sliver of hope we at least get a Wolverine glimpse?
Nice.
That was
there
sick.
you go.
I'm just showing, it's just for all the listeners, I'm showing everybody what
Corvus
Corvus
Glaive.
Glaive looks like.
If that was the case, who out of the X-Men besides Wolverine would you
I
have?
don't think it's going to happen.
I know. It's-
Fox has ironclad X-Men stuff going on, but
making a ton of money.
I mean, could there be somebody
Logan.
from Spider-Man?
for
Could
Logan.
we see a J. Jonah Jameson cameo?
Why not?
But he's not going to be on the screen with everybody else. He would be in a different scene. I don't see him being in this massive 32-character scene.
Do they have a possibility of putting, like, Negasonic Teenage Warhead in there?
I don't think they're getting anybody from Fox.
No,
I don't think so.
Fox will give it up. I'm going to hold out a very small sliver of hope.
Yeah,
Well, I
I
feel
think
like
maybe eventually, but
I feel
not
like that
now.
one's more possible because Marvel was way more involved, like, for that Deadpool area. Like, it was still Fox, but...
Marvel wasn't involved with
I
Deadpool
thought
at
they
all.
still helped. I thought
They-
they
they-
No,
helped.
they
What-
traded.
so what-
They
Oh,
traded
traded.
Negasonic to
That's
get Ego.
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah,
right.
Man, I was so hopeful.
yeah, but
And in that they requested, hey, can
Yeah.
we change up her power?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking
Yeah.
of.
so you have what's the story? I can't remember the storyline. You might, Mast. It's a 2-page spread, and there's like it's like Iron Man or Mr. Fantastic is talking. And you just see like 70 characters on this 2-page spread staring at him. It's iconic. Like everybody knows this image that reads comics. I'm wondering if it's going to be something.
Is that from Infinity War?
It might be.
Or
Well, there's
Infinity
this
Gauntlet?
Infinity Gauntlet's more likely.
Yeah.
because it looks more modern. The drawing and the
So I
art.
wonder if that was that a George Perez thing?
Because in
That guy,
Infinity
for
War,
whatever reason, can just try every single
Everybody.
character on one piece of paper.
and he loved it too.
Yeah,
That was his, yeah.
that's not like that's like what he can do is because that's difficult.
Yeah.
You
Well,
have
he
to
does
make-
that in Infinity War.
Yeah.
When they're getting ready to storm
And fights on
Thanos.
Infinite Earths and everything else.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I wonder if it's that or I know what you're talking about. But
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's from.
In Infinity War, like there's the scene where everyone is like rushing Thanos except for Adam Warlock and I think Silver Surfer.
Okay.
Like they're standing back watching like the pawns run at the king.
Yeah.
And then Thanos just annihilates them.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if maybe something like that too.
Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Because it takes place in outer space. They're on that giant space rock that's just floating there for God knows what reason.
Yeah.
But it's comics, so who cares?
Yeah,
If
it's
that was
comics.
the cliffhanger that ended the movie because they split it into two, I
Right?
would lose my shit. I'd be so mad.
Well, what if the
Thanos is
cliffhanger...
annihilating everybody the whole movie, and then we've got all of them and coming up to face him, and then credits.
Boom.
Credits.
You have to wait a whole, like, 2 years?
Oh,
What if the
Well, they're
ending...
filming them at the same time.
Yeah.
Right, but they're not being
Oh, but for
released at
release.
the same... They're released, I think, a year and a half apart?
Yeah,
A year?
year and a half. Yeah.
But what if it's the end scene for the first one is the dream sequence that Tony has, where he's standing on top of the dead bodies in outer space?
That's what I want. Someone mentioned that to me the other
Yeah.
day, and I'm like,
That
would
premonition?
be so brilliant.
Right? Just bring it all the way back?
they have so many ways to screw with us at the end of this.
Oh, yeah.
They have ways to screw it throughout the whole movie.
Yes, they
There's-
do.
And then they're like, oh yeah, and there's 7 post-credit scenes, and you sit there and watch, and there's none.
Right.
I'm hoping. So I have two hopes. One is the premonition for Tony Stark. The other is just them getting beat down and beat down and beat down, and then the first chip of the armor is Hulk getting something over on Thanos. I would love that. Just to man, are they gonna win? Are they gonna pull this off? And then just that little sliver of hope of oh, they could do this, and then that's where it ends. Just to end on a happy note, but something.
Yeah.
It's going to be weird. I mean, you guys were the literally infinite ways they could fuck
Yeah.
with us. I mean, he's got the reality and the time stone.
Yes.
So literally throughout this whole movie, he can be manipulating time and reality, and we would never know
Yeah.
unless
Right.
they told us. There's
Oh,
just
man.
so much
Yeah.
crazy shit they can do in this movie.
Here's one nobody would expect, and in that cast of 32, and this is more your area of expertise, Handsome Jake, Dormammu.
Dormammu could make an appearance.
I hope
If
Doctor
you-
Strange just shows up and bam.
Doctor Strange and Wong are credited.
Oh
They
Yeah.
are, yeah.
Wong's just. Is Beyonce credited by any chance?
Beyonce's not. No.
Her twins
She's the
are,
big
though.
star.
Awkward. Her twins are going to be there.
There's another one that, Handsome Jay, you posted this on social media that I want to come true really badly, is an alien symbiote suit
Oh, I would love that.
They-
that
they-
Spider-Man would
They
find.
confirmed it's all in the same universe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Amy
wouldn't that be
Pascal
a great
from
way?
Sony.
Mr. Stark, my suit's all torn up.
Dirty.
And then this black suit just kind of envelops, or
Just
somebody's
takes over
like-
him.
or somebody tells him hey, don't worry, we got
Initially,
you.
when Venom was announced, they were like, nope, standalone,
Yep.
not getting
Right.
involved. And then they
But-
confirmed it was just this past week. I think.
But that would
Yeah.
be a great way. They're fighting on this rock, and Mr. Stark, my suit's all tore up.
That's the way to get at. That's basically the perfect way to get Venom into the universe.
Yeah.
It's almost the way it was.
Because
it was Secret War.
Secret Wars, yeah, and they were Beyonder.
This suit got tore up, and the Beyonder's like, oh, here's a black suit. I've had it.
Yep.
And it came to life. That would be such a cool way to do it. Like, just some alien, like, here, I've got a suit for you.
Yeah.
Hope you like black. And it just, he puts it on like it's a suit. And you don't really know that it's doing stuff unless you could shoot him from the back and show, like, the suit.
Or they're fighting
shooting
space,
stuff
he lands
up
on
and-
an asteroid in a puddle of black goo.
Right.
A lot of ways to do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Like,
like
oh my gosh, it shoots no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like someone's running
man.
up from behind him and it just takes him out and he's just like,
Right.
what?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that'd be great.
I like
My
the
spider
idea of
sense was
this.
tingling, but now it's not.
I like the idea of this because it gives the opportunity of holding off. Like everyone always wants them to like quickly jump into Venom. I
want it to be nice and slow.
No, I know we do, but I'm saying a lot of people are like, "Oh, Venom."
We're
and
not
I'm
talking
like,
about how you
calm
enjoy
down.
pizzas, Jesse.
But
I can go for a pizza right now.
no, like
Want to throw on
I like
Minions?
this
Want to do the
because
pizza?
it'll like, okay, we're going to hint at it and it's there and we know it's real. And now we have a reason to be excited and look forward to another Spider-Man movie for the fact other than, hey, we're going to get another Spider-Man movie. Like,
yeah.
we'll like
Which
literally
we
just
clearly
be like,
are.
let's do
So
that.
they don't need to explain it
Yeah.
overtly. We obviously are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then they don't have to take.
Good Spider-Man movie.
We do.
We just need a good Spider-Man movie. None of the old ones hold up for shit. Even the first one, I would go for nostalgia reasons, but it doesn't hold up.
I still think Spider-Man 2 holds
I
up.
like Spider-Man
Not the
2.
amazing Spider-Man 2,
Yeah,
but Spider-Man
and
2.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Doc Ock was brilliant.
Yeah.
I like him. I'm a big fan of Alfred Molina, so you tell me he's in a movie, I'll
Yep.
most likely be there.
I'm right
I
there
just,
with you.
I
Yeah.
also like the idea of this because that means we don't have to take the time from the Spider-Man movie to explain Venom. It can be explained somewhere else, and then we don't have to go through that story.
I
We
can see
hope.
that.
As
We
much.
hope. Yeah. Because when they announced Venom by itself, I thought, especially when they cast Tom Hardy, we're getting Agent Venom.
Yeah.
That's what I thought we
I
were going to.
want Agent Venom.
I
But we
thought-
have to have Venom first.
Yeah, see, I thought
You have to have a real Venom before you can have an Agent Venom. So please let him be.
normally I agree with you both, but this is Sony, and I've been disappointed by Sony, so I just assumed disappointment preemptively.
It's embedded in you,
They
just
are
like
toying
DC
with the
Comics.
fact
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sony's actually thinking of making the Venom movie R-rated.
Right.
That gives me a big, giant Adam West beacon of hope
Yeah.
Yeah.
for that they might actually be able to pull this off because they're actually thinking outside of their normal bullshit Sony box.
Right.
It seems like they are. It
They've
seems like
learned
yeah.
their lesson and they're moving forward. I'm
can hope.
very optimistic.
Yeah.
That still makes me sad. Sorry. You said Adam West.
Oh,
That was a bummer. I didn't realize he had was it leukemia?
He had
He was
leukemia.
fighting leukemia. I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't either.
It
I was just like Adam West died, and I was like, that's a bummer. And it's like he's been fighting leukemia. It's like, oh, that's
First
terrible.
reaction was shit. He was old. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was already old. We gotta start expecting this from our old actors now that
yeah.
they're going away,
Yes, they are.
and it's gonna get sadder and sadder.
Yeah, even the young
Yeah,
ones
it's
are
like-
going. But
Even Charlie Murphy was battling an illness we never know. So
Yeah.
we're gonna start getting a lot more of those now. Just illnesses are killing off, and we had no clue at all.
I'm not saying it was a surprise. I'm just saying it was really
That was
sad.
bummer
Okay,
news.
we understand Stan Lee is a sore subject for you, and you're like constantly trying to
didn't
kill him.
I didn't kill him.
Yet.
It's no longer my fault. It's been
Jesse, this
it's
is
been
a safe
6
space.
years.
No personal attacks, please.
Thank you.
This is this is like the
At this point,
QT
it's been
parking
long
lot.
enough.
It's a
He
safe
is
zone.
healed. It's not
Get your
my
hug
fault.
here.
Pick up your Craigslist purchases here.
Right? But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Venom. I mean, I like Tom Hardy,
I do too.
so we'll see what he can do with Sony. They'll figure it out, hopefully.
Oh, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Puts on the suit.
And he sounds like this.
We're gonna
Right.
have a problem.
Yes. Yeah. Do not have the Bane voice. Just
And he does really awkward, high-pitched moments.
He does, yes.
yeah.
Until I put on the symbiote.
We'll be his reckoning. Sorry, I was watching Lego Batman again the other day.
That's literally the only movie of that of like all the Batmans in the last like 2 decades. That's 2.5 decades. That's the only one I don't own.
Well, it just came out.
You have
Lego Batman
you
just
have
came
Batman
out.
and Robin?
I do.
Wow.
But only because I got the box set of
can
the
just-
4 movies together for $7.
Gotcha.
Ooh, do you know which one I like the best? None of them.
Every once in a while, I'll throw in that first Batman movie.
Yeah.
It
It
was
just doesn't hold up
$7.
well for me. And I understand it does for others. For me, it didn't.
Since we're on DC stuff, there was a recent rumor that apparently today was debunked, but it still kind of intrigues me, that Supergirl would be making an appearance in Man of Steel 2.
Right. I had heard something about that, but it
Yeah.
was recently.
And not the Melissa Benoist from
Right.
CW Supergirl, but a new iteration of it. And I was really excited with that rumor, but it was completely shot down today. Now, take everything with a grain of salt when it comes to these sort of things.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would love to see Supergirl on the big screen.
That would be
Yeah.
nice.
Anybody
Not
have
the
any
Helen
thoughts
Slater
on-
version,
On who
but-
we could, how
So-
and who we could bring her into this Man of Steel Justice League era.
So I have a thought, but it's not my own, and it's the new Injustice 2 game. So it starts like I downloaded it because I was like, oh, let's see, because I play Injustice: Gods Among Us on my
Right.
phone.
Well,
Yeah.
today's payday for me, so I will be picking that up tomorrow.
Well, this is the free version that you can download. The little like
The
you just
tablet,
the
yeah,
little
phone
fighter
version,
game,
yeah,
like
yeah.
Mortal Kombat style.
I got you.
So I downloaded the Injustice 2 because it has a story mode in it as well. So it's not just matches. And the story mode starts off with Brainiac and Supergirl. And Brainiac is like doing the whole like shrinking of towns and putting them in bottles thing. And so, but it starts off with Supergirl and she's like running away from Brainiac and his little Brainiac droids.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, if they're looking at having Brainiac be in Superman 2 or Man of Steel 2 or whatever the hell they call it,
Yeah.
and they want to have her in it, like, are they just going to be stealing a concept, if you will? Not the actual thing, but just the concept of the game to bring her into the fray, like, or are they going to go back and do, she was the one that landed on the planet, and she's part of whatever Amazon, Atlantean, Greek
Oh,
god,
right. Yeah,
because she has been there for however many thousands of years.
Right.
I don't remember the movie, what they said, how long that ship had been there.
The CW show, it's kind of been retconned a little bit that she left before Clark and was older, but
And she
got
was stuck in the
caught
Phantom Zone,
Yeah.
where nothing ages
So yeah, you're right.
in the
I forgot
Phantom
about that.
Zone. Like,
So
I'm hoping they do that.
Like, I don't know. Like, these aren't ideas
no,
I
no,
came
no,
up with. This
no.
is just stuff I'm like, well, they're already using this stuff, so maybe
Right.
they might retool it. If, like, I don't know. Because when these rumors drop, and they drop so close to other things that have similar stories,
Yeah.
I'm always just like, is it to create,
Some idiot in his living room going,
yeah, like, oh, well, what if they did that? Like, it's cool if they do, but, like, I'm like, I don't know. It just seems a little too coincidental.
I'd like to see her get brought into the fold.
I wouldn't mind it.
Like even before the show came out, I was a huge Supergirl fan,
Really?
Yeah.
and that would be one of the things I would bring up like to people in the bar. I'd be like, if you can tell me who Kara Zor-El is, we can have a conversation.
Oh, okay.
Okay. There you go. Yes. I don't. Just give us some stuff, DC.
Yeah.
Give
Throw
me
it out there.
more
Give-
than one good movie.
Yeah.
So bitter.
That's where I'm at. Dude.
You didn't like
really-
Man of Steel?
No, I didn't.
After I watched it a second time, I kind of grew to appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, it's Superman becoming Superman. Like, it's
Yeah.
not...
I was
Which-
okay with it. I feel like he didn't save anything
Well, he stopped all the bad guys from taking over the Earth.
after they
And
destroyed it.
what would they terraforming?
Yeah.
Terraforming it? Like, he
Yeah.
stopped all of that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought the movie was enjoyable.
Yeah.
I thought it was better than Batman v Superman. I thought it was
Oh,
better
yeah.
than Suicide
Well, it was,
Squad.
It was better than Batman v Superman. I still haven't watched Suicide Squad.
Suicide
so I don't
Squad is you should watch it.
It's fun.
It's
Everyone
it's
keeps
a
telling
good
me that.
movie up to like a certain point,
and then
close to the third act, and then it just falls completely apart. Like,
Yeah.
But then that doesn't make it a good movie, then.
know. Yeah.
No,
no, I didn't say it was a good
it's-
movie. I said you should still watch it.
Enjoyable. Okay to watch.
That's not the worst thing I've ever
No.
seen. I've seen.
Well,
I
no.
watch way worse.
We
Batman
watched
v Superman.
Superman.
Yeah.
Batman
Well,
v
yeah, but I-
Superman,
but
in
I
my
haven't
opinion, is a
revisited
worse
that.
movie than Suicide Squad.
Don't.
Like I haven't revisited Batman v Superman. I haven't revisited Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Dark Knight
Yeah.
Rises was
yeah,
bad
yeah.
as well.
I have not revisited that. But Suicide Squad, upon rewatching, was actually better.
It's fun. It's entertaining. It's fun. It's good up to a point, and then it just goes off the rail.
Yeah.
kind of goes off the rail, and then you're just like, fuck, it's still kind of cool, though.
Yeah. You're like, well, I might as well see how it ends.
Yeah.
Random side note for Dark Knight Rises. I think I'm most disappointed that we don't get a Robin out of Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
But
I think he would have been great.
Mass Blogster is probably super happy. They announced they're making a Nightwing movie.
They have nothing done yet, but there's the rumor that they want it done by next year. They don't even have him cast yet.
How are they going to introduce him?
Who
They're
knows?
just going to...
So he was a vigil
sidekick. He was a sidekick once.
So Reddit, there's somebody that's reporting stuff. Take this with a grain of salt. This is not gospel by any means. Nightwing is a former vigilante who's now working as a cop in Bloodhaven.
Nope, don't like that already.
Same. I don't like it.
No.
But that's what the rumor is. I guess this person that's posting that, he's been right on some things, but definitely been wrong on things.
Let's hope he's wrong about
Let's
this.
hope he's wrong about that one.
They have the
Frankie G, we should
director.
probably talk
How
about
would
that
that
with
work?
him.
I don't even know how I'd want that casted. Like,
Nightwing, the former, Dick Grayson, the former vigilante.
Chris
turned-
McKay. Chris McKay signed up to direct this.
That's good.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
I
wait,
mean-
I was thinking of Adam McKay. I don't know who Chris McKay is.
Chris McKay was the guy that did Lego Batman movie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he did. Yeah, that was announced right away.
Yeah.
Adam McKay did Step Brothers.
I know he did.
Further away.
Right. I'm like, I'm in. Because
So he's
the...
Actually, they've been
The other
breaking
guys.
Hulk hands in Step Brothers. So
Yeah.
maybe. Not that
But,
big a jump.
what was it, the...
So he's a good comedy director. He's a great comedy director.
The Russo brothers were great comedy directors.
Yeah.
Look what they did.
Yeah, the Russo brothers did Arrested Development.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah. No, this... I mean,
I'm saying
the guy knows
Joss
what action
Whedon
should
did
look
Buffy
like
the
on
Vampire
screen.
Slayer, like,
But-
Josh Wheaton is just like Josh Wheaton of like crazy though.
I know.
I think
It's
it,
just crazy that works for the time. He's nothing special.
I think
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this universe,
Yeah, he is.
I think in this universe you could easily
Crazy.
pull off
I am.
Nightwing.
Buffy.
I can't believe
Because
you said
yeah, Nightwing-
Batman's
Absolutely.
already older.
Yep.
You've already got the shot up Robin suit. So we're assuming that Jason
Jason
Todd
Todd.
has already been introduced, which comes after Dick Grayson.
I like
Yep.
their shit.
So I mean the timeline is already set for a Nightwing,
Yeah.
an age appropriate Nightwing movie.
Yeah, and Bloodhaven's
So-
not really known throughout the rest of the DC universe as well, so you could have a vigilante there it's there, but it's not really
Right.
talked about across the
And you could
United
introduce him in the Gotham Sirens movie.
States. Yeah.
And you could have him facing off against Red Hood.
Yeah. What was
That would be pretty sick.
Blockbuster is the
I mean-
rumored villain. I don't know who Blockbuster is though.
Blockbuster. I don't know Blockbuster.
Yeah.
And you know more about
Maybe he
Nightwing
hates
than I do.
video stores.
He hates late returns.
Right.
Jesse, can you tell us about Blockbuster?
You clearly
Oh,
want
yes, yes, I
time.
I just came from there.
He goes after people who did not rewind their tapes.
Yeah. You weren't kind.
Next time you'll rewind.
Yeah.
You dropped a shit in the movie droplet.
He was one of the villains in Arkham and Lego Batman,
Right.
along with Calendar Man and everybody else. Yeah.
But remember, that's just that Reddit rumor. So
Yeah.
we're just going to take that for what it is.
I mean, if
They want a script written for this, massblogster@gmail.com. I got time. I'll make time.
yes,
Not like I
Like
can
you
get to
can
work.
drive anywhere.
Yeah, I
I
can't
mean-
drive anywhere, so
Right.
might as well
sit at the computer and type.
sit at the computer and type. Well,
I mean, I would like Deathstroke to face off against the Justice League or just Batman.
That
Like,
would be
I would
fabulous.
like in the Deathstroke the Terminator comic series, he's going after a guy to do a hit, and Batman tries to stop him, and there's a conflict where he almost
yeah.
kills Batman.
Yeah.
If they did a The Batman movie and they had Batman going after a criminal that Deathstroke was also hired to kill, and that's why Deathstroke's in the movie,
man.
I'd be down for that, because Deathstroke doesn't kill typically he doesn't kill outside of his contract, which is
Right.
one of the reasons I like him, because he's kind of like mafia that way. He's like, it's business, it's not personal. And so that aspect of the story I like. But if we're getting a Nightwing movie, I wouldn't be opposed to them pulling Deathstroke from the Batman movie and putting him against Nightwing.
Hey, he
There's
was
a lot of
he-
options for Nightwing to go against.
Yeah.
You got Sportsmaster would be great for Nightwing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, remember now, Deathstroke was Grayson's villain before he was Batman.
He was.
They can use Black
Teen
Mask,
Titans.
can't they?
Yeah, Black Mask could be used.
Black Mask would be dope too. Yeah.
Because it starts off with like you want to base him as a low level vigilante, and like the Black Mask is like all the weapons, like Mafia. He's Mafia. He's perfect.
He is. He could be the organized crime boss of Bloodhaven.
Yeah.
Have they confirmed a Deathstroke movie yet? I
They,
thought someone told me they were talking about it.
no, they confirmed that he was supposed to be in the Batman movie,
Okay.
but then they kind of scrapped everything that they were doing with the Batman movie for the time. And then there was rumors that he might be in the Justice League movie. But
Did you at least like the casting from the rumors?
Joe Manganiello? Yes.
Yeah.
I liked that very
I'm in.
much.
He's going to
Yeah.
be fully clothed, Mandy.
I don't care. He's a good
Well,
actor.
if they follow the comics, he's not always fully clothed.
Damn straight.
The dude
sir.
sleeps with a lot of chicks in the comics.
Yeah.
He is a
That's
ladies'
like-
man. He's like a villainous James Bond when it comes to his number count.
Right?
His body count, both living and dead, are very high.
Also, Fincher Blood. That's, two things where he just doesn't wear a lot of clothes. Sorry, I got distracted.
That's all right.
What were we talking about?
Joe Manganiello with clothes on.
Damn it. That's not where I was at.
So, yeah, make it happen, DC.
Get on it.
Yeah, do your lesser heroes. It works out better.
Can we get him and Aquaman on the screen together?
Yeah, Deathstroke
Sure, it's
versus
optional.
Aquaman.
Ocean in the background.
Yeah,
I'm
little water, breeze.
Yeah. I think that's Aquaman's line.
I think it's
Right?
going to be very. I think it's going to be very interesting that you have Wonder Woman, which is more lighthearted,
Right.
and hopeful, if you will, is the word that they were using.
Yeah.
And then we're getting Justice League, which is going to be a split of
Depressing
dark
as
and not
fuck.
dark because of whatever reshoots
That
they're doing
Whedon
with Joss
does.
Whedon.
Yeah.
He's doing 2.5 months of reshoots.
Wow.
So he's course correcting a lot of things, which has me
David
hopeful.
Boreanaz in there.
Any way he can.
Yeah.
And then you've got after
Gotta get
that
Sarah Michelle Gellar in here somewhere.
sneak her in,
They're just going to have like a TV playing with Buffy on it in the background.
Oh, there you go.
have a little kid
Damn,
watching.
solution.
And then you've got James Wan, who's a horror director, doing Aquaman, which is supposed to be a swashbuckling adventure.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is going to be dark because it's James Wan.
Right?
And there's going to be weird creatures under the ocean, and it's going to be a scary, like, action horror movie.
We're going to get the creature from the Black Lagoon. It's just not going to be in the right body of water.
You're gonna
I'm
get
fine
Cthulhu.
with that.
Right?
Might get Cthulhu or whatever
Yeah.
big monster that they have right there in the bottom.
Right?
Yeah. So, I mean, like, and then
It
all
could
of a
be
sudden.
cool.
It could, but then after
Could.
that,
Open
they're
up
going to
to
be, like, making
Constantine
things
and
lighter,
Dark
I'm guessing.
Arts.
That would be good.
Gotham City Sirens,
good.
Suicide Squad 2, The Batman,
Batgirl.
Nightwing, Batgirl.
Batgirl, directed and written by Joss Whedon.
God,
Yep.
you guys are listing too many things that DC can fuck up right now.
Yeah.
These are things that DC has on their slate. Whether they complete
Mandy's
them or
already
not.
mentally checking these off her
Right.
list is terrible.
Like
Bad.
fucked, maybe
There's like
fucked.
potentially 2 good movies out of this.
So what's
Nightwing
going to
and
be?
Batgirl.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
So is Gotham City Sirens just going to be like the female Suicide Squad then?
Sounds like it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't. I haven't heard much about it, to be honest with you.
Because they're talking about like
remember it was announced
Catwoman,
and
Poison
that was it.
Ivy, Harley Quinn. Yeah, like it's all these like bad girls
Yeah,
going up against Batgirl, but then they're going to have a Batgirl movie separate to it.
right.
And I'm like, these are weird rumors for you guys to be letting leak. I don't.
It's like you're
'Cause
just
they-
throwing stuff. What
Yeah.
sticks?
They don't
Yeah.
know what they're
Anything
doing.
girls,
They're not
just
like
girls.
Marvel.
Yeah.
They're not like Marvel where they planned out how the sequence is going to go.
course
They're
not.
just throwing it out
They
there.
very well may be gauging what the public's reaction is to these
Yeah.
rumors. That's very
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
And
It
the hard-
must be.
The hard part
'Cause
about
nothing makes
that
sense.
They're
is that
crowdfunding everything right now just to see
Possibly,
what
yeah.
everyone likes.
the hard part about this is like right now the reaction is superhero. Yes, it's not even like who it is. Like a lot of people just see superhero and they're like, yes, I like these movies in the theaters. I don't know who it is, but I'll figure it out in the movie. And so it's not even like a real.
As
Like,
a
it's
society, we
possible.
are that stupid, though.
Well, yeah.
Well, I will say after watching, the new King Arthur movie that Charlie Hunnam stars in,
Is it good?
it's fun.
Yeah?
It's not a good movie, but it is fun. It's very entertaining.
I was thinking of
That's a
going.
movie I'm not seeing.
If you like Guy Ritchie movies, you'll like this.
I'm pretty alright with Guy Ritchie movies.
If you don't like Guy Ritchie movies, you will not like
out.
this.
All right.
It's so weird and
They make
trippy
me
though. At some
giggle.
points,
I don't know.
I loved it. I was having so much fun in the movie.
They make me laugh.
I'm not
I was
smart
happy
enough
I
for Guy
went.
Ritchie movies. I'm just watching them and I'm like, I don't get it.
But if you
don't
do sit
understand
down and
what's
watch it, Charlie Hunnam could actually be a good Oliver Queen on screen. I think.
Oh, absolutely.
I was thinking that
Well, you don't think so?
before.
Yeah, I-
After watching the new King Arthur, I was like, all right, I can see why people are talking about him being Oliver Queen, like in a
can see
movie
it.
version. I did not see it up until I saw King Arthur, but
Yeah.
after King Arthur, I was like, all right, I get it.
When he
I
actually
get
was
it.
using his own accent and not an Americanized one.
Well, and like the way he's able to deliver lines.
But
Like,
that's
it's
his
a
native
com-
tongue right there.
Well, but it wasn't like his speech pattern. It was like how he was able to say certain things with comedic timing, some seriousness, some levity. Like it was different than what he did in Sons of Anarchy. Like he was a more rounded human as opposed to just a guy that had complications, right? He was more than a gangbanger. And so like because of watching him in King Arthur, I was like, all right, I start to see why people would be like, we
He's
should.
a good actor.
He looks
I-
like him,
he's
kind of,
great. I
but
think he's a great actor. I think he's just not a lot of people give him credit.
I think hey, look, like I said, I really had a fun time in King Arthur, and after that, I think I can see why people say Oliver Queen.
My best Oliver Queen is, what's his name? The Dread Pirate Roberts, the Man in Black from Princess Bride.
Cary Elwes.
Yes. In his prime, he is freaking Oliver Queen.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you think he could still do it? I mean, he still does the con circuit.
Let's say we go back to that where Oliver Queen's supposed to be a bit older,
Yeah.
and he escapes that island prison.
Yes.
could
Escape
do
from
it.
Supermax.
100% in on that.
Yes.
If he wants to do it and he's up for it, that guy is funny in person too.
He is.
I went to his panel at one Phoenix Comic Con. I was dying.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't even mean to go to that panel. We were just we were going to see Stan Lee. They're like, oh yeah, you'll keep your seat if you just go in there and sit down. All right, cool. So we watched Cary Elwes, and he's talking about Andre the Giant farting on Princess Bride. Man, I was dying with these stories that he's telling about being on and being on that show Psych, and I mean all these different things. I'm like, oh, this is freaking great. People started getting up like, oh, cool. Now we even get a better seat to see Stan Lee because we watched all these people walk out. But still, it was like, man, I'm really glad I got to see it.
He's
And I'm
still
like,
sharp.
He's very sharp, and
Yeah.
I think he'd be a great older Oliver.
He looks in person like he could still pull it off.
Yep.
He doesn't look like he wouldn't be able to do the workout regimens, I guess is what I'm trying to
Right.
get at. You know what I mean? Like he looks like he could still hit the gym and still do it without like pulling a Tobey Maguire where he throws his back out doing a stunt like in the third Spider-Man movie.
I can't
Like-
do the movie. Okay, well, actually, that was to do Spider-Man 2.
Oh, did he throw his back out in Spider-Man 2?
Before Spider-Man 2, and they were just like, no problem, we'll just cast Jake Gyllenhaal. Oh, I'll do it.
Oh.
I'll do it. Yeah, he was almost they flat out told him, like, we'll just get Jake Gyllenhaal to do it.
Well, he was like 30 when he did Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're 30 years old and you're playing a high school kid. Like,
Well, I think he thought he was going to get, like, Oscar consideration for Seabiscuit or something.
oh,
like
Seabiscuit.
that.
I thought you were going to say for
Not for
Spider-Man. I was
Spider-Man.
like,
No. He was doing Seabiscuit, so he
Sony
really thought there was
Sony
something.
and his agent really sold him on Spider-Man if he thought he was getting an Oscar for that. You're going to love this part, man. I got to tell you, this is Oscar
It's
material.
super original.
Yeah.
Did he have the same agent as Leo DiCaprio
Right?
up until Revenant?
Right? We'll put you in it's a story about a guy in a mask. Yeah.
The Man in the Iron Mask? Sort of. But spandex.
Spandex as far as the eye can see.
And for a large portion of that, it's not going to be spandex. It's going to be a sweatshirt and sweatpants.
Right? Man.
Bone saw.
Bone saw's ready. But yeah, I don't know, man. There's a lot of weird movie stuff going on.
Yeah.
Comics are looking good.
What a fun time to be alive.
It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool.
Yeah, comics are good. I'm mostly reading DC stuff. It's funny. I love my Marvel movies. but I love my DC comics.
I mostly read Marvel growing up as a kid.
Same.
Because they would do in the 90s, they did the reissues of the classics.
Sure.
Where they gave you like a modern artist would redo the cover, but then when
Yeah.
you opened it up, it looked like the 1960s stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
So I would read a lot of that at Atomic Comics.
Yeah.
But now it's like Doctor Strange I read, Scarlet Witch, that solo run's good. But like outside of those two, I don't... Oh, and The Unworthy Thor by Jason Aaron.
Oh, sure.
Like those are like the three Marvel. But then I've got like all these Image comics.
Yeah.
And then DC Rebirth. That's just like...
I know, DC Rebirth, I just had to like cut back. I cut way back. And then started inching more and more. And I'm like, God dang it, now I got a bunch of comics that I'm picking up. But most of them are $2.99 still.
Yep.
Which I think is nice.
Yep.
Compared to Marvel, everything is at least $4.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about getting into Spectacular Spider-Man.
That one was expensive when it first came out.
I didn't even know it finally came out.
What?
It probably did.
The Peter Parker where he takes over the tech company?
Probably.
Didn't it?
Is it probably like $5 or $6? I don't know.
It was like $6 when it first came. That was months ago. Are we talking about two different runs? We're talking about two different runs. We have to be.
We must be. So I thought it was June that it was supposed to start. I know we're almost July, but...
Yeah, this is two different ones then. Because you and I have talked about Spider-Man and how you were going to pick up the last run they did. The all new, all different, but it was like $6 or $7.
Right, and I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this has got to be a new run that they just get ready to start.
This is a new one. It's Chad Zdarsky.
Oh, okay.
He's writing it with one of the Kubert brothers drawing it. I don't remember which one. Adam or Andy, I don't know. But
sure.
The art looks cool, but I mean, Chad Zdarsky is such a great writer. I mean, so
Chad Zdarsky.
Did he do your? Is he the one that did your Captain
I know
America?
Chip Zdarsky.
Chip Zdarsky. Yep.
Okay,
That's
all
what
right.
I'm thinking of.
Okay, yeah, Chip Zdarsky. Yeah, I was like Chad Zdarsky. I was like
Chip Zdarsky.
Chip Zdarsky. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
He was the guy that was doing Jughead.
Right.
And I read a couple of those. They were fun.
So I heard.
I didn't follow. I didn't keep up with it, but the ones I read were good.
Sorry, Chip.
Chip's done a lot of good work. He's an Eisner winner, isn't he?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's good. All right, we're going to be done now because we're going to do another show. Bye.
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 There was a man with a gun in his hand as smoke just filled his nose, wearing a smile from the death of a child while blood splattered his clothes. One single tear from the man standing near is just what had to be done. Not just a game, but escape from the pain. He killed his only son. And now I let go from here and tell his mother feel. Now all he has is his memories of his sickened child, always begging please, just do it now, take care of me, I'm all you have, now set me free. Now mommy dear, set down your drink, and don't you lay your hands on me. You've never been that good to me, thank God I had my daddy. And why didn't you once then try to save him? No baby boy with ability to be anything that he wants to be, but by the age of his early teens, one small lump altered everything. What was this about master plans as he lay his head onto his hands? It was said, what's done is done. Shattered family with 3 minus 1. A happy day. Her love was on its way. It was a happy day. Her love
Subscribe and download back episodes of Maskerpiece Theater at abnormalentertainment.com/Maskerpiece Theater. Search Maskerpiece Theater on Facebook. Email maskedblogster at maskedblogster@gmail.com. And don't forget to hashtag tweet your tits at maskedblogster. And for more podcasts, books, comics, blogs, and videos, head to abnormalentertainment.com.
You've been listening to the Abnormal Entertainment Network.